What is going on, everyone? It is Hayden here, and shit just hit the fan. Wow, guys. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. Tonight, Bitconnect finally took a tank. It shut down its platform. This is huge news across all cryptocurrencies because it had a huge ripple effect throughout the entire crypto world, causing other coins to start to slowly dip as well. A lot of huge YouTubers that we're seeing, well, literally just grew a complete Ponzi scheme business off of Bitconnect are now getting completely shredded apart by their own fans. I've been following a couple live streams on here today. Popular YouTubers such as Crypto Nick, who I've talked about in past videos, he is getting completely shredded by his own fans. A lot is happening right now. So what I decided to do is I went live with Edward Ornelas, which is the person who actually taught me how to invest in cryptocurrency. He's more of a cryptocurrency expert. He knows a lot when it comes to this. So we did a full interview. I talked to him live about what is going to happen. How did this happen? What's the fate of Bitconnect now? What's going to happen to people who invested in it? So if you guys would like to catch up on everything that just happened about Bitconnect, then go ahead and stay tuned to this video and watch the entire live stream the whole way through. I want to thank you so much for watching and enjoy the interview. Awesome. So today, guys, I'm going to be talking here with Edward Ornelas. Edward is, I would like to call him my crypto mentor in a sense, where he's the one who's taught me a lot of things when it came to cryptocurrency. And huge news obviously just broke, has been breaking today, where Bitconnect just saw a ginormous crash in the market, something that is really affecting, at least Edward, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it's pretty much affecting a lot of coins right now.
It's I guess it's kind of like a domino effect in a way, because this is a huge platform it was a multi-billion-dollar platform that just was, at one point in time, it was like third in the charts, it was huge. And just to see it drop down to roughly $120 million cap, that's a massive cut. And so obviously we're seeing the markets kind of being affected of it. I wouldn't say it's directly because of it. There's also other information out there, like China's also kind of fighting the markets and stuff. It's just a combination of a lot of things, but this is by and large a huge factor of it.
Yeah, and I mean, this obviously has had a huge effect on thousands and thousands of people. What is going to happen now to the people who were invested in Bitconnect? What happens to the money that they had in there?
So let me break it down. Depending on the time that you invested into Bitconnect, say you would have invested into Bitconnect and you place your Bitcoin at, say, $4,000. Well, since then, Bitcoin's gone up to, its all-time high was at 20,000, right now it's at 10,000 or whatever, but it'll still keep climbing. They paid you back in Bitconnect tokens. Right now, the Bitconnect tokens are crashing through the roof. You try to sell those things, you're going to be holding on for a long time. So the value of those tokens, it's almost really insignificant. You're not going to make your money back. They literally just ran away with all the Bitcoin, which is a really sad thing, for a lot of people that were invested into this, because, they had a belief that, hey, look, I'll get 1% daily returns, and to see this kind of happens for them, it's kind of a tragedy. Honestly, I really can't say anything about this because they are officially shut down. They made an announcement that they were no longer going to be in effect. So that means the token's essentially useless. And I mean, unless somebody's trying to pump and dump it, I doubt we're going to see any spikes in this or any return from Bitconnect tokens or in the market in general for that.
I'm seeing people come on here right now saying that they can't even access the site. So as of right now, as far as we know, Bitconnect is done. It's dead. It had its peak and now it's gone. Now, what are the events that led up to this? Because you and I both said, I've got YouTube videos myself a couple months ago saying that this was going to eventually happen.
Yeah.
And you mentioned it several times yourself as well. So what are the events that eventually led up to this huge crash?
Right. So it was expected because first and foremost, just from the, from a business standpoint, it did not make sense. They were obviously robbing you of your big Bitcoin, and then paying back in Bitconnect tokens. You were guaranteed 1% daily returns. Well, even if Bitcoin for some reason, there's going to be a point in time where Bitcoin would stop increasing in price action, because it would have more or less stabilized. And on top of that, though, you have to pay out referrals, so eventually it would have ran out. But that actually did not stop it. It was the governments from Britain and Texas, actually, they issued a statement that they had a month roughly to try to legitimize the platform to see if it was going to be something that they can prove that they're not scams. And obviously they cracked down on them. And so they gave them 5 days to shut down the platform. So obviously they paid out people in their Bitconnect tokens. And, this is the effects today.
Would you say that people more or less did kind of see this coming in the sense of
I would say
there was signs that led this?
Well, like the people invested into it, I don't think they even knew what they were investing into, to be honest. I mean, they're just saying, fraud is filled, it's run by stupidity. And obviously, I mean, I'm not trying to say people are stupid or anything, but I think they were misinformed in the sense. I think a lot of people didn't even know what they were investing into. They thought it was a legitimate platform, guaranteed 1% returns. And for a lot of people, it was a promising return, comparative to like the stock market where you're only paid out like 7 to 12% maximum. Of course, this year, I think it did like 50%, but even then though, it was nothing compared to like Bitconnect. So it was a glamour, something that a lot of people were interested in. So for a lot of people, I don't think they actually even saw it, but for the people from the outside that were experienced investors knew what was going on from the inside. And so, for me personally, I knew like something like this would occur eventually. And yeah, I guess that day has come today. It's crazy. It's been really crazy.
I know. And it's to me very sad. And also at the same time, I'm kind of happy that it stopped when it did. I mean, this could have gone a lot longer.
Exactly.
A lot more people could have lost a lot more money.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of, I guess people are probably wondering, like, what is going to happen now to the whole crypto community, at least in your mind, because this huge Bitconnect crash is going to have a negative impact on the crypto world.
Yeah. So
especially if it hits mainstream news.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something a lot of people are worried about. They're saying they're going to point fingers. The government's going to point fingers. People are going to point fingers to Bitcoin and say, hey, look at cryptocurrency. This is why we want to regulate it. This is why we want to come in and say, this is no more cryptocurrency or something. People are going to turn heads and potentially see cryptocurrencies as a threat, as an unregulated market and just, make some stories out of it. And to me, frankly, though, in the long run, I don't think all it's going to do is teach people a lesson. It's going to mark a birth into these other lending platforms because Bitconnect is not the only one. You have USI Tech, you have NeoConnect, Ethereum Connect. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Like there's always going to be new platforms, but people, I think that had this lasting effect on them are going to point fingers to Bitconnect and say, hey, look, we don't want this to happen again. I don't want to lose my money again. I'm not going to jump in again. So it's going to be used as an example, as one of the largest, Ponzi schemes to go down in history. And in a way, there's going to be both, like two sides to it. There's going to be negatives and positives. I guess we just got to wait it out and see how things will turn out, but there's no guarantees.
So then what happened to the creators of Bitconnect?
Honestly, I mean, here's the deal. They're rich because they kept all the Bitcoins, everybody's Bitcoin. They kept it all. They paid out in Bitconnect tokens. If all I know right now, they could be in Cuba. They could be in like Bali. They could be traveling the world right now. Who knows where they are? To be honest.
So more or less, you don't think that this whole crash would have, obviously it did have an effect on them, but would you honestly think that this was a plan from the beginning, or do you think that they,
they had an exit plan? There's no way they could have planned this whole entire, scheme and just say, hey, look, we're a legitimate platform. We're going to make this work. Like, no, they, from the beginning, that's why they paid out in Bitconnect tokens, because from the beginning, they knew that this would eventually turn out to, the turnout would be that, we're going to get caught. This thing's going to shut down eventually. I mean, just look at any other Ponzi scheme in the past. It always does eventually over time. And so this was their payout. This is what their plan, to say, hey, look, we're paying you guys out from a front-facing value. A lot of people say, oh, look, they were honest. They were, whatever it was. But in reality, they just ran away with everybody's Bitcoin, and who knows where they are right now. I mean, unless the government came in and just completely, arrested them or something. Who knows? Honestly, I really don't see an effect for them. I think they honestly just got away with it.
Oh gosh. So now that all this has also happened, what would be your take on a lot of huge influencers who have made literally a business just around promoting Bitconnect? Like that is their sole business. What is going to happen to these guys?
Honestly, here's the deal. I don't think it's going to affect them negatively in the short run. I think people are going to point fingers and say, "Hey, look what you did," or whatever it was. You promoted, I lost money, da da da. But in the long run, I think people are going to, once they adopt to like what I'm doing, just trading cryptocurrencies and start seeing profits or whatever, be like, "Hey, look, no, guys, I have another solution. Here it is,"
Yeah.
and eventually, like I think people will always kind of just follow them. To be honest, there's really no, there's nothing that can be done. I think.
So more or
But
less just a quick little hiccup, and then probably continue to go.
exactly. It's just going to be a bump in the road. I guess just like anything, they're going to adopt to new ways and do whatever they want to do just to to move on or whatever. And for those people, I mean, honestly, there's just I feel kind of sorry for them because it's because they knew what they were doing. I think a lot of them knew exactly what they were promoting, and for them to kind of just, I don't know, I just, for me, it just kind of shows the true colors. But it is what it is. I'm not, I just, all I got to say about that.
But in a sense, I mean, just to play devil's advocate here,
Sure.
I mean, you could say that they also put their own money into it.
No. I mean, from a face value, yes, they put some money into it, but I mean, come on, like the mass majority of money being made was all from referrals. It was obviously like just like from a face value, it's to say, hey, look, guys, I made with $10,000, I just made 250,000. You can too. Just join my referral program. At the end of the day, it was all based on this referral. Like it was, like yes, they put down 10,000, but that wasn't enough for them to risk their money or whatever. It was more so just to kind of convince people to hop on. I don't know if I were to put $10,000 down, I wouldn't really kind of bug me. I'd be like, yeah, if I can earn much more, from referrals, like heck yeah, So I don't know. I don't think they honestly they knew the consequences, what's going to happen and what could
Mhm.
happen, and so they obviously put down what they could afford to lose. That's just something I always kind of say, that they knew what they were doing. So
Now, how do we go about from now on for those people who did end up losing a bunch of money on
yeah.
this? How do they go about actually investing properly into cryptocurrencies?
Well, the way it's always been done and the way it should be legitimate done, and the way that uh, I mean, the way the cryptocurrency market was built for, and that is through trading, through trades, through looking, by researching legitimate projects, and just actually like understanding the fundamentals behind cryptocurrencies and knowing that you're actually going to make far more in this market, by actually trading and investing into cryptos, into coins themselves, than like these lending programs. I've made, I'm gonna state it right now, like I've made close to $1 million from just trading. And I didn't have to touch Bitconnect. I didn't need referrals. You look at my subscriber count, it isn't nowhere crazy, but yet I've made these substantial numbers just from trading. And so anybody that's interested, like you, that's all you got to do. Just do your research and actually understand cryptocurrencies, and you're going to see that you have far more rewards in this market than any other, than whatever lending platform comes your way.
So pretty much people need to start doing their research and investing
Yeah.
in the proper way. Because I think that one thing that really brought people to BitConnect was the ease of it. I
Yeah.
put money in, I get money back. It's not really a watching anything. They sell that 1% return or whatever. But obviously people need to understand is sometimes the saying it's too good to be true
Yeah.
is true. You cannot always just, expect that you're going to be able to put in your money into a platform and then get it all in return.
Exactly. I think that's just really what it is. I mean, you look at Coinbase. To me, Coinbase is one of the worst platforms to buy Bitcoin because its fees are super high, but because of its user interface, people like that. People like that ease of use, and so yes, it's going to take a little, for you to get your hands dirty to understand like a few things, but it's going to pay off in the end. So you can avoid stuff like this, so you don't lose money. It's nothing good comes easy, I guess. You can say it does take a little bit of work.
Exactly. So everybody, just for those, just a shameless plug for you, Edward. I know that you do have a course available for people who want to
Hmm.
learn about how to properly invest in
Yeah.
cryptocurrencies. And I personally have taken that course. I found it extremely helpful. It gave me a whole new insight on how to actually properly invest. So that is going to be in the description down below for those of you who actually want to go and check that out. Again,
Hmm.
guys, that's completely up to you, but that is there in the description if you guys want to take a look at it. So for all of you jumping in, what I want to kind of do is, if you guys have any questions for Edward, I would like to start to open up more or less the comment section for those people who have some questions for Edward, so we can go about that. Because for those of you who have just jumped in, what Edward and I have gone over is the reason why Bitconnect crashed, everything that was leading up to it, what's going to happen now. For those of you who are also just jumping in, all this will be posted again later on tonight, hopefully, so you guys will be able to rewatch it. But if you guys have any questions regarding Bitconnect, or you have any questions regarding cryptocurrency, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. It's down below. I'm going to just go ahead and read some of these. Some of them I can't really read, like you guys are being too nice. F Bitconnect and every bleep hole who promoted it, because the average Joe fell for it and a lot of money, and it breaks my heart.
You know what? I agree with you 100%, but you know, I'm not going to tag Childish on live YouTube, I guess. I don't know.
Oh god.
What it is.
Can influencers be sued for promoting Bitconnect?
I wish. But
yeah,
I doubt it.
I've got a very limited legal background. I went to school for policing, so I'm by no means a lawyer, but I do have a slight legal background. And knowing this and how big the internet is, people could 100% try to sue, but would they get anywhere? No. That's the sad thing, but nobody's ever going to get anywhere.
Exactly. Especially in like cryptocurrency. I mean, we're not talking like fiat here. We're talking about an unregulated market. You know, like I doubt there's just really nothing that can be done, to be honest. Sadly.
I got Mike Shelton says, Edward, I'm new to crypto.
Sure.
Bitconnect was my first attempt at crypto alone with MRR. I don't know what that is. Where do you go from here?
Well, I'm assuming you probably lost some money, bro, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry to hear that. But the truth is, man, if you want to start really making money in cryptocurrency, I want you to start researching. I think the best way, I think we talked about this when we did the video, it was about to hop onto Netflix, start researching about banking on Bitcoin, understanding the fundamentals of that, and start learning trading, start understanding, you know, what the value of a coin comes from and why, you know, I think cryptocurrency trading is going to be the most profitable way for you to start making money. So, and also like I think Hayden mentioned that, you know, he'll probably link the Facebook group below or something, you know, so you can hop on there as well. And I'm always here to help you guys. So if you guys ever have questions, you know, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll definitely get that on there later on when we do this.
Sure.
We've got somebody said, how long would it take for the market to recover? That's a great question.
Okay, so I mean, the market's super volatile. Every time there's a correction, I mean, Bitcoin's already been correcting for about a month now, which is, you know, happens every single time. Last time it corrected was like in September, then a little over November. But since then, you know, it had a boom, large one. And honestly, especially for how low like Bitcoin's kind of aiming, like right now, honestly, I'd give it a week or two, you know, just sit back, relax, and you know, just wait for the market to recover. It's, you know, it's normal, completely normal.
Damn right. Yeah, I think a lot of people freak out when it comes to obviously Bitcoin and everything, especially because I think that a lot of people, one thing I love about cryptocurrency is that it gives people an insight into a market that they never really were into before.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people used to invest at all. Nobody, and then these people jump onto these cryptocurrency markets, and they're like, man, it's up and down all the time. It's all crazy. Like, but that is, in a sense, still what the market does in, I want to say in quotes, the real world, you know, without putting it, I don't have any better way to put it right now, but that is what happens, but in a less dramatic way. And
yeah, I would say that if you hop on the stock market, you know, a bad day in the stock market would be a 20% decrease, a 10% decrease or something, you know?
Yeah.
And it's the same concept, you know, only with cryptocurrency, it's a 50% decrease, you know, it's a larger amount.
Yeah, much larger.
Even then though, like once you start understanding the volatility, you'll get the hang of it. You won't worry about it. You know, for me, I've been in this market, I think, long enough to not to worry about it. I know it'll bounce back. It always does, especially for its market cap. I mean, obviously we dropped down fairly, you know, quite a bit today, but I mean, overall, you know, I think for us to even see a bubble, which is what I think people are afraid of. I think when, you know, they think of a crash, they think of a bubble, you know, that it's never going to recover. But I mean, even look at bubbles, you know, they eventually recover and they hit the highest highs that they had, and they make new strides. And so I think Bitcoin would be the same way, regardless, of any situation. I think cryptocurrency specifically this year alone will hit new highs more than we've ever seen, unprecedented. I think we're going to see more people become even richer. Even if you start right now, I think you have a pretty good chance of making some pretty good profits. So that's what I got to say about that. You don't got to worry about it.
What would you tell, because there is a huge market for people to still make a ton of money. What would you tell those people who are right now are sitting there, they have lost all faith in the crypto world because of this whole Bitconnect crash? What would you tell them right now?
First of all, don't lose faith in cryptocurrency. This is only the beginning. Okay, guys. Yes, I mean, mistakes are done. It happens, but you get back up, you start, and you do it all over again, because there's so much potential to make in this market, so much. I mean, I have students, people in our Facebook groups and stuff that in my course that have made over 6 figures, people that have made hit the $500 to $50,000 challenge in 2 months. In 2 months, guys, like there's so much potential, and it's only the beginning. So, like, I mean, I'm telling you guys, if you guys have the ambition, the drive, go at it, and you're going to make a lot of money. Like, just get to it. I'm serious. Like, don't lose hope. Don't lose faith.
Yeah, guys. So unfortunately, the gravy train, I want to say, sorry, is kind of over in the sense that you no longer get to sit there and watch your investments grow. Obviously, these things do happen.
Well, I mean,
guys, do not.
You still can. I mean, because you don't.
Of course.
I don't day trade. I don't day trade. I'm not like in my charts to look at every single day. It's just like I check it occasionally, and it's going up. It's going, and if obviously since I'm invested into good projects, I don't have to worry about it, And so it's, you can still do that. You can still don't have to worry about it.
So would you say that right now, pretty much all coins at this point are on sale in a sense?
Oh, absolutely. Like I've been pushing this in my Facebook group, in my Discord and stuff, is that right now, more so than ever, it's at a cheap price, guys. Like Bitcoin, imagine where it was at its all-time highs. It was at 20,000. Right now it's like at 10,000, maybe less by now by the time we're talking. Like this thing could easily just double easily. I mean, I'm not saying take out a loan and like go invest, whatever, and go be a millionaire. But like I'm saying, like you still have a lot of potential. Like this is so much leg room for you guys to work with. And even so, like I believe a lot of these cryptocurrencies, like including Bitcoin, I think they're going to hit their all-time highs. It's going to climb back up to like 20,000 and surpass that. It's like 50,000. This still has a lot of leg room. So again, guys, don't lose faith. There's right now everything's super cheap, like Hayden mentioned. So just get on that boat and start making some pretty good profits.
Exactly, guys. Don't take it too to heart. These things happen. You lose money, you win some. I've got some people on here saying that I lost $20,000 with Bitconnect. I mean, a lot of people have lost a lot of money in it. It's honestly sucks. We're talking about it like it's a tragedy, but it is for some people. Some people are legitimately going to lose everything that they had. Some people are cutting their incomes in half, if not more than that. So it is a very big deal. It's something that does need to be talked about, and we can just simply learn.
Exactly. I think exactly just that alone. Learn from it. This is going to be a learning mistake for a lot of people. They're going to say, hey, this maybe wasn't the best idea. This is something I probably should have been paying attention to. I think this is going to show a lot of YouTubers, a lot of these influencers to, kind of be careful what they say now, because it's like, or what they promote, because this is nothing's guaranteed, nothing's guaranteed in this sense. I mean, specifically where it's, it wasn't even legitimate to begin with. So, it is what it is.
And then we've got somebody on here who just sorry, exactly. I've got someone, Dariel says, I would have got $56,000 back in just 6 days. Bye money. Thanks, Craig Grant. Sorry. That's the problem with a lot of people. Obviously, as you know, Bitconnect had the rule where you got all of your money back after, what was it, like 100 days or something?
No, and they actually gave out everybody's money back in Bitconnect tokens, and but the token tanked. So it is,
Oh, they gave it all back in Bitconnect tokens.
Bitconnect tokens. That's what I'm saying. They ran away with Bitcoin, but they gave it back in Bitconnect tokens, and nobody's wanting to buy the Bitconnect tokens. So, it's losing value rapidly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, you guys all saw it here first. Bitconnect has crashed. I am sorry for all of you who did lose money, but this is nothing but a moment for you guys to take all this learning experience and start to change your life with it. Don't make silly mistakes in the sense of investing in Ponzi schemes anymore. It's time to start learning how to properly invest in Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies in general.
Yeah.
If you guys would like to check out Edward's course, it'll be in the description down below. If you guys are watching this video, that's why I'm talking to the camera up here. If you guys are watching this video at a later date, that means that you have a chance to check out all of Edward's stuff down in the description down below. I will reference everything for you, Edward, down below, so people can go ahead and check out your stuff. And yeah, I hope that all of you guys have a great night, and I hope that you guys are able to take full advantage of this sale of all these different coins. Don't forget, guys, this is an opportunity. It's not something.
Make some money.
Yeah, exactly. It's not something to be overly upset about unless you lost, a couple $100,000. I'm sorry, but you can definitely buy some coins and make that money back. So again, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow. I want to end this video off by saying, I told you so. No, I'm just joking, guys. That's not what I wanted. Although I did make several videos telling you guys not to do this, I apologize to all my viewers who did end up buying into Bitconnect and did lose money. I am truly and honestly sorry about that. And I hope that you guys make the smart choice and learn how to invest in cryptocurrencies properly. If you guys would like to learn how I invest in cryptocurrencies, then go ahead. There's a link in the description down below for a full course that will teach you exactly how to properly invest in cryptocurrencies. Again, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, you can follow me here. I'm on Instagram. I'm at Hayden Peddle. Don't forget, I also have Facebook. I'm at Hayden Peddle on there as well. And if you want to get real personal with me, screenshot this guy right here, and you can add me up on Snapchat. Again, guys, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I will see you